Hello and welcome to Picture Astrology. In the previous video, we pretty much introduced two new concepts which both relates to how karma and karmic theory is interpreted in Vedic astrology. And both of these concepts are pretty new in the world of YouTube astrology and online astrology in general. So it has evoked great deal of interest as well as few questions, and in this video we will focus our attention on how this karmic bondage, this complex connection of karma with each other, is pretty much guarded by two main knots or two major locks of Rahu and Ketu, and how and why untying of these two knots is most intricately linked with exhaustion of entire karmic structure. So just for an easy understanding, we are considering the karmic bondage as a simplified structure of such a chain where many different karmas are intermingled with each other. And this is how in all the Vedic sciences, karma is visualized. Not in such a simple manner, but a huge collection of activities which are intermingled with each other. And in this chain of karma, let's call it our entire karmic mass, in this karmic mass, Rahu and Ketu, these two are said to be the most prominent glue or strongest connection which is basically keeping this entire structure together. So this is, in simple terms, one of the most common way in which the karmic bondages are described. Now if you see, according to astrology, our life, the one which we are living, and in fact any other living being on this earth is going through, is due to this structure of karma. And one of the goals for spiritual processes, which could be any path, we are not going into that, but people who are trying to seek liberation, one of the goals, whichever means it is to exhaust this burden of karma, and that is equated as attaining liberation. Now in my video, I think a couple of years ago, in fact in the series of videos, I have explained in detail about how Rahu and Ketu, they both are related to human DNA structure. In fact, the way the path of Rahu and Ketu is traveled, the serpentine or almost a helical type of pathway which both Rahu and Ketu resembles very closely with the DNA structure. And Rahu is in astrology considered to be the father side DNA and Ketu as mother side DNA. And in the modern astrology or modern medical science, we know that DNA is defined as the base of our life. It is pretty much like a blueprint based on which our entire body, be it any creature, any living creature, their entire code is contained in the DNA. And we know now with again medical sciences that through extraction of DNA, a new body can be created. If we have an strong and active DNA, new body can even be created in labs nowadays through the process of cloning. So that's how essential to the process of life DNA is. But without DNA, none of the living beings can exist. So now just see, in the karmic structure as well, that's exactly what, or in other words, that's exactly what I explained, that if the bondages of Rahu and Ketu, if these two knots are loosened, then the rest of the karmic structure cannot sustain by itself and it easily collapses and thus breaking the karmic cycles. Thus, Rahu Ketu play a very important role in understanding, especially for the spiritual seekers, through the use of astrology as to what could be their most pressing or binding karmas. And another thing which is evoking a great deal of comment, especially in some funny way, is the analogy of mango. And actually, mango also has a great significance in the way importance of karma is taught, at least in the area where I come from. And I will tell you that short, sweet and very meaningful story in the next video. Thank you.